Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team is currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 Hit Games 2 CD collection. You can find a link in the video description containing the entire directory structure of this archive. It is week 100 of Shovelware Diggers. I just want to quickly thank everybody who's been helping to dig stuff up, get this show going and everything. I know there's a lot of people who pledge support specifically because they want to dig up stuff for the show, and that's just awesome. So a huge thank you to everybody who's been contributing. The 2000 Games Shareware CD is still plenty of stuff left, so we got a lot to get through still. But for week 100 here, I'm going to be joining the digs again. And we got a couple other diggers doing their thing as well. And I should point out quickly, too, that there's going to be a couple weeks off from the show just so I can re-record some new stuff, fiddle with the assets a little, make it look just a little different. Not a huge change or anything. And then we'll be getting back to it starting in July. So anyways, as usual, for more information on how to join the dig team, there's a link in the description to the Patreon page where you can get all the details. And as for now, let's get started. First up, Justine Toplands dug up DOSGAMES /arcade2 /Q_Bert. Well, obviously a Q-Bert clone. Q-Bert. Interesting. That's all we got to go on, so let's try it. Oh, this actually looks familiar. Oh yeah, Bert and the Snake. Copyright 1983 Vagabond. This was actually one of the games that was on one of the Key Punch things that Clint from Lazy Game Reviews looked up a long time ago. Apparently, well, that one was from Key Punch Software, but apparently the actual person was Vagabond. So anyways, let's see here. So we can actually change like the colors and the palettes because it's in CGA mode right now. And it actually lets you set it to pretty much anything. Yeah, we could set it like that if we were really crazy. Oh, if you put it into... Oh, I see what's going on. If you set the background color to a high intensity, then it also sets the foreground colors to high intensity as well. Interesting. Well, let's do it like this then. So, escape or joystick button. Instructions. The object of Bert and the Snake is to make Bert jump from one tile to another, thus causing the tiles to change color. Try to change all tiles on the board to advance to the next round. To make Bert jump, you can use the keyboard or joysticks. The game is much easier to play using joysticks. That's not a good sign. Use the K option to select the keys that you would like to use to move Bert if you elect to use the keyboard. And it's showing that for joystick movement, it looks like you actually have to use a diagonal direction. Interesting. Okay, so most of this looks like typical Q-Bert type stuff. So what are the key definitions? The defaults are 7, 8, 4, and 5? Okay, so it's like the top corner of the numeric keypad. Okay. So pressing escape will start the game. Okay then. Change everything to white. Got it. Kind of looks like a Borg. I think I made that observation back when I did the Oh, that's a bad guy. Okay, don't touch the bad guy. Okay, that's an important point to note, is when there's an enemy bouncing around, it actually delays you with your movement. Okay, so apparently I got a special bonus, which gives me an extra life. Okay, so I gotta make everything white again. But yeah, when the enemy was on screen, yeah, it actually delays your movements. Oh. What just happened? I didn't lose a life, but the game ended? That was weird. So apparently you get like bonus points if you can get the enemy to move into the snake? Interesting. Oh, and apparently once you're close to beating the level, it actually stops spawning things too. So yeah, this plays very much like Q-Bert, but the delays in the controls are a bit unusual, and the whole snake mechanic there is just weird. The fact that the game actually has to reset itself when that happens. I don't know. Like, here's the thing. The game's not bad, but it's awkward. If that makes any sense. I barely moved there, and that... Okay, that's not cool, game. You can't just spawn an enemy the instant I move. See? I moved one space, and it immediately comes and kills me. Okay, so what was I saying about the game? That it wasn't that bad? Well, I'm sorry, but insta-kills like that you absolutely cannot escape from, that's not cool. Okay, I actually made it past the 3rd level. Normally I'm actually pretty... Yeah, normally I'm actually pretty bad at Q-Bert, so I'm kind of surprised that this is going as well as it is. Whoops, I accidentally jumped off the map entirely. Congratulations on a new high score. You wish to enter your name in the PS Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure it means Bert and the Snake, but... yeah. Although it's interesting that it allows you to not enter your high score. Well, let's do it anyways. Oh, I'm the only high score. Well, that makes sense. There was only the executable file. There wasn't a high score file yet or anything. Okay, so that was Bert and the Snake. I'm guessing by the fact that there's no registration info or anything like that, that it just went in... It's interesting. I am not playing right now. The game actually has a demo mode. That is very uncommon for indie software. Although, I'm kind of... Oh no, it's still going. What's it doing? Intentionally getting itself killed? That's very unusual to see a demo mode in something independently made. It's cool, though, that it has that feature. But yeah, so the game is not inherently bad, except for that one thing with the spawning the enemy right as you're moving off the top spot there. That just makes it impossible to get anywhere if that constantly happens. So yeah, the game has some definite awkwardness to it. The delays in the controls when you're trying to move while that particular enemy there is on screen doesn't help. So yeah, it's definitely below average, but all things considered, given how old this thing was, judging from the file dates, I think it was 86 or something like that. I guess for an independent effort, it's not terrible, but there's definitely better Q-Bert type games out there. Next up, Seth Journeys dug up WINGAMES /WC/BB16GN10. For some reason, the title of this one makes me think of BB guns. Yeah, BB16GN10S. I don't know. We got a lot of WAV files. It means this might be obnoxiously heavy on the sound effects. There's 2 EXEs though. Like, which one do we even run? Let's do the one without the Tetanet. Okay. BB 16-inch guns, copyright 1994, all rights reserved, doesn't say... Oh wait, there it is. Albert Ashton. With an AOL address, expanded continuous sound. Well, they got the continuous part right. Why does it have a G... Like, that can't possibly be official. Okay, start game.
This is not a drill. This is not a drill. General quarters. General quarters. All hands on your battle station.
Yeah, this is very obnoxious.
Aye, sir.
Okay, will the game let me actually, like, okay. It's not shutting up. Okay, there's a sh button here. I just clicked it.
Hi, sir.
Okay, there we go. It's no longer making obnoxious noises. Oh, boy. Okay.
Hi, sir.
Didn't I just turn this sound off? Oh. Use this menu item to temporarily turn off playing sound effects. Temporarily. Apparently this game costs $7.87. Version doesn't offer access to level control panel. Fair enough. Okay, literally nothing works while it's playing sound effects. Okay, play game.
This is not a drill. This is not a drill. General quarters. General quarters. All hands man your battle station.
Oh, jeez. Okay, what am I trying to do? Okay, I have to apparently click on these things, but the hit detection is very particular.
Hi, sir.
This is not a drill. This is not
Okay,
a drill. General quarters. All hands man your battle station.
and it's already over. This game is crap.
Hi, sir.
That screen that shows up talking about registration only shows up for like a split second.
Hi, sir.
And it's not even the same as this about screen here. And just a reminder, these sound effects are loud and obnoxious, and it keeps playing them continuously.
Hi, sir.
This is not a drill. This is not a drill. General
Oh my gosh.
quarters. All hands
This game is bad. This is like... It won't shut up. The sound effects are really annoying. The gameplay itself was just basically click on things to destroy them, but with really bad collision detection, which is amazing when you're considering that it's a mouse-driven thing and you just have a little rectangle. Detect if the mouse is in the rectangle. It's not hard, but it can't do that right. And then when you push the mouse button down, it actually fires multiple times, not just once. But you only need one hit to defeat a structure. So... I played 20 seconds of this, and I am very much done with it. And the last dig is from me. DOSGAMES /arcade3/slick126. Oh boy, it's been a while since I played this one. Where's the executable file? Also, what? There's a file that has a has a line draw character in it? And there's also a file with upside down question marks. I completely forgot about that kind of stuff, because this is not made in, well, you guys are going to see in a second. This game is not made in North America, let's put it that way. And yes, it actually has sound effects, like Sound Blaster stuff. So this is Slicks and Slide, version 1.26, copyright TNJ Koppinen, 1993, something like that. And the music stops when we get into here. Okay, so, oh geez, I've actually played it at some point. I totally forget when, because yeah, it's got my name in there. Okay then. So anyways, this is a racing game. There is a help screen we can bring up here with the F1 key. And there's also a settings thing here. So we've got to set the Sound Blaster sound. Now this is really cool. You can actually change how many points you get for each of the different positions. So the defaults is first position gets you 4 points, second position gets you 3, third position gets you 2, fourth position gets you 1. And you can also award a fastest lap points as well. So whoever gets the fastest lap during a race gets an extra point. And then it has a bunch of other factors here. One of the more interesting aspects of this game is that all of the vehicles leave skid marks behind, and those build up as the race progresses. So it makes the track feel more dynamic in a sense. Even though, well, first of all, this is the unregistered shareware version, and it has a lot of tracks to start with. I think that's how many? 8 times 3 minus 1, 23 tracks. That's a lot. Select all, or unselect all, or random. Random. I don't think the random button works. And you can set your lap count. How high will this go? Answer, this will go very high, and you have to click it one at a time, so I'm going to set it back to something sane. And then the last pertinent detail is that you can actually select the kind of vehicle. So you have race cars, you have stock cars, and you motorcycles. So actually, I guess that's more like an Indy car maybe. I don't know. But yeah, 3 different vehicles to choose from. I'm not sure if they behave differently. And you can actually set them for different players too. So you could have like races versus motorcycles and stuff. I kind of wish there was a 4th type of vehicle, just so you could have like one of each. But then you can also turn different players off too. So you can either have a player set as totally absent, set as a computer player, or set as a human player. And yes, you can actually have 4 people playing on the keyboard. It gets a little crazy. And probably doesn't work so well. I don't know if the game has joystick support. It might. But in any case, so let's actually start playing. Oops, that was the quit button. Oh, but it's telling us the registered version is $15. Was it doing that? Interesting. Okay, you guys remember back when I last joined the dig team for the 52nd week? And there was this weird issue with the PC speaker sound? Apparently this game has the same problem. Interesting. I wonder if they actually come from the same people. I have to reboot DOSBox to fix this, but let me check that. Okay, I'm back in it. So select all, and I think you just hit enter to play. There we go. So yeah, it's an overhead view racing game. And I'm not doing so well. I'm the red car right now. Whoops. So yeah, it's a very basic racing game. You got controls for accelerate, decelerate or brakes, and then turning left and right, and that's pretty much it. Whoops. See, if I recall, there's certain tracks that I'm better at than others in this, and that the AI seems to have some interesting features to it as well, which you guys are going to see as we go forwards. And by what I mean by that is that the AI seems to be designed in such a way that it can always finish the race, even if things go horribly wrong. So yeah, I didn't do so good on that race there. Maybe I'll do a little better on this course. Ooh, cut that one real fine. Okay, so I'm in the lead this time, so this is a... Whoops. Oh, he knocked me through. So I'm doing way better this time. So yeah, it's just certain courses... Like, that's one of the fun things about this game, is that certain courses... Whoa, how did... That didn't count as a lap. Oh no, no, I'm way behind. Just because I made that jump really badly. Well, so much for that. Might have a fastest lap time, though, at least. And it's also interesting that they keep going after the race is done, and I think you can actually improve your fastest lap time. So, yeah, I got the fastest there, so I got an extra point for that. Whoops. So, yeah, there you can see right now the green car was stuck, so the green car is doing things to sort of try and get unstuck. With mixed results. Yeah, I'm not doing so hot this race either. But this is still pretty fun though. Like, I mean, you can definitely get used to this. And I remember being way better at this when I was younger. Come on, green car. You can do it. There you go. See, it looks like I must have played this once before earlier on because it's showing high scores for me in here. So yeah, it's still not doing so great, but maybe we can pick it up here. And I should point out, the controls do have some floatiness to them. Especially when you start bumping into things. But it's like, you can adapt to this. And at the same time, you can also eliminate some of this floating by taking advantage of the other controls that are available. So you do have brakes. So I mean, if I'm going along, I can brake. And I can even go in reverse, although you don't go in reverse as fast as you go forward. And if you let off the accelerator, you'll actually turn much better. Not to mention you won't bounce around as much. And I think that's one of the most interesting aspects of this game, is that it's one that doesn't have any sort of catch-up features going on, just because of the fact that the AI drives so well, it doesn't need it. Well, I say that as the yellow car is just totally messed up. You know what? I'm gonna go over there, bump into the yellow car just to get him going again. Just to get this race over with. Okay, come on. There he goes. Okay, maintaining the lead this time, so that's good. And there we go. I actually got first for once. And I'm catching up on the score. So as you can see, we've already gone through 6 tracks of the 23 that are available. And I know the registered game has a lot more. And I'm probably not going to beat the green car at this rate, but you never know. I'm keeping the pressure on. And I bounced into him, which... Oh, I bounced into the thing, though. And it's going to take a little bit of luck. Oh, maybe. Ah, almost. Okay, these guys are both stuck now. Jeez. Ooh, this is a really tight race. Nope, I'm pulling ahead. Ah! I got... What happened there? You know what? It's still tight. This could go to anyone right now. And now I'm really screwed. Oh, wow. I am just shooting ahead of the opponents here. Maybe they're just not good at this particular track. So yeah, that's Slicks and Slides. This game is really freaking fun. But I'm going to... Oh, that doesn't quit out. How do I quit out here? F10 says end cup. Why does F2 say speed factor? Okay, it's a C, not a G. Good. Oh, I was worried there for a second. And there's a little end screen. Everybody got 24 except me, and I got 27. And there's Secure It. The weaker form of security, I guess. And now let's do it a little differently. I'm going to be the motorbike. I'll put player 2 in a motorbike as well. We'll put them in those cars. Or no, let's put them... One motorbike, one of those cars, and one of the regular ones. And the game just dropped me to DOS for some reason. I tried again and it dropped me to DOS again, so maybe the other cars don't work properly. But I could have sworn that they did. I don't know. But in any case, that was Slicks and Slides. It is a really fun racing game. Let me just quickly go back in. It's probably going to do the PC speaker thing. Oh, and it's not doing the PC speaker thing here, so I guess it's just when it's playing the music. So yeah, that's Slicks and Slide. This is a really fun racing game. Very basic, but does the job. So I would say if you guys can find this, I would absolutely check it out.